going on, guys? Beyond the hashtag here with On One Sports Management. We've got Khadra and we've got Zahra here from the Super Fives League. Do you want to tell us the organisation that you guys work with?
So we are Somali Nemo FC, the best team in the world. All right, love that.
Big up. And what is you got's favourite thing about the Super Fives League? I'll start with Zahra first.
I would say that you see people that look like you, which is a bit odd, but if you were to go on the internet and find like a club to play for, you wouldn't really find photos of people that look like you. So you might not fit in. You might not be going through the same things like Ramadan, Eid. Like they wouldn't really understand like that. So I think that's my favourite thing about the league.
The cater. Just to add on, I think there's some things that we find out that the energy, the commitment, the referees, they're like just all amazing supporters. And also like just women's football. Like how many leagues do we see out there that are actually women's? And shout out to Shaz and Super 5 to being able to produce that, and all the many helpers out there, because I could count on my fingers how many leagues there are, guys.
And a little big up to you as well, Khadra, for hosting the award show tonight. What's been your favourite thing about tonight?
The fact that you, man, were cracking up on my jokes. Only them, man, I'm joking. I love it.
You had to support.
I love the support from all of you guys, and it was my first time doing it, and I really enjoyed it. Why not? Every opportunity, you gotta take it.
Excellent. I was just gonna say, so obviously we spoke about representation and forming a team that represents your community. Do you realise how important what you're doing is, and how your visibility to young women that look like you, how it will give them the confidence to enter the space as well? Do you sometimes take a moment to think about that, or are you just too busy enjoying the game?
It's a good question. Yeah.
Okay, so I think once we decided to make a team like Somali Nemo and like catered to Somalis, I think the main thing was that people don't really know people like them are playing football. So I feel like when I was younger, there wasn't many people. Forget like girls playing. There wasn't like Somalis, hijabis, and people that wear the scarf that were playing. So I feel like it's very important to let little girls know that it's there. Yeah.
I agree. Just to add on to that, you know what? That's actually a good question, because sometimes I've been playing football from quite a young age, and I think the purpose of Super 5 is to establish that grassroots and make sure that all those people that have stopped playing football to try get back into that love and passion, because that died at 16. And I think that's a big shout out. Like, I had my coaches and like people that I got along with, but how many of us girls actually go out there and get that energy? Like a lot of them it just became like a passion and it just died. And I think Super 5 and many other like organisations and many other people like you guys for stepping up for women who need it and need that support. And no matter what, I think that's what the storyline is. For Somali Nemo, it's just one. There's so many out there, I think. And love my team to bits, but we got to say well done to everyone else out there trying to push through the stereotypes, the regimes, or like the barriers and the people blocking you, whether it's parents, whether it's families, whether it's anything, because everyone's so different. So I think that's obviously a big thing for me.
Amen to that.
Now, thank you so much, girls. And just to even think about, we've recognised the journey that we've come on so far, but we recognise that there's still a long way to go. So thinking about, was at the start of the year, so thinking about 2024, what is one thing that you'd like to see done to help improve the women and non-binary game this year?
So the way I see it is an anecdote, and every time I go into a pitch, I see majority of one background and I see only one of a different background. And I think without naming and shaming of who it is, because at the end of the day, we're not here for that. We're here for trying to create a community for all. So I think one thing that needs to be shouted out is maybe creating a community where there's like a tournament. It doesn't have to be initially a league. It can be something so small as one day or throughout the whole year, or throughout the 365 days that you got, that we use that one day to try gain all those backgrounds to come in and celebrate them for once. And I think, let's not forget about those people. Shout out to them.
I would say maybe as much as like what's it called, like tournaments and stuff, I think people like funding, so like having the money out there to be like distributed towards like women's football, girls football, starting off from a young age. I think that's something that hinders people's involvement, even us. It costs to play football, like people might not know that, but it costs a lot of money to play football even at grassroots. So I feel like funding would do like a huge thing for women's football.
Thank you so much, girls. On One Sports Management, beyond the hashtag, we're out.
#BTH Pod.